All right, I am here with Derck Mobilio, who is a seminarian at St. John's Seminary, and we're at the Catholic Men's Conference 2019 at Assumption College. First of all, Derck, how do you like the conference so far?
Well, it's always a good experience to be here. I was driving the shuttle this morning, so big van, driving a lot of people from the parking lot to here. It's just good to see all the men coming in excited. They know it's a good day. It's always great to see good men give up a Saturday with their families. They could be doing yard work, they could be golfing.
And of course, it's a beautiful day after a long winter.
But they're here, and that's good.
Actually, is that one of the myths that we see in society, that, oh, the church is this, the church is going away, the church is fading away, yet 1,000 men will show up to hear words of inspiration? Yeah,
and this is the kind of thing that'll never be in the news. You know, the Telegram and Gazette won't write an article about this, but they'll write an article about 50 disgruntled people in front of City Hall holding signs about who knows what. So, yeah, but this is how the church has always operated, in silence. You know, the church is beautiful in her saints, and the saints aren't always newsmakers. So, I think you're right.
They tend to make news after the fact.
Yeah.
Now, Derck, how many years have you been at the seminary? What year is this?
This is my third year in the seminary, so I'm in first theology.
Okay, how many years away from priesthood are you?
It's 3 years from priesthood.
So it's a long haul now.
Yeah.
In this society, and we were talking with people earlier today, and the society's culture pushes people away as far as possible from the church. Yet you decided to become a priest. How did you come to that decision? Where did this calling come?
Yeah, there's it's a long story, but I think it has to start with my education. I went to Catholic schools as a kid. Went to Our Lady of the Angels in Worcester, and then St. Peter Marian in Worcester. And my grandparents were very proactive, raising me in the faith, praying in the home, going to Mass, making sure that my education at OLA and SPM was going well. So I have to say it started there. I'm so grateful for the education I received there. But after that, I ended up in a secular university, and it was at that point where I was no longer in a Catholic environment per se. But I had to get up on Sunday morning and make the decision myself as an adult. Say, I'm going to go to Mass today, and by the grace of God, I did that. And so it's a long story as to exactly how I ended up in seminary, but one of the stops along the way was I was a teacher at St. Mary's High School in Worcester, and it was at that point that I really understood that God was calling me to the priesthood, and I would not have been able to hear that call without going to daily Mass before school every day, frequent reception of sacrament reconciliation. So all of these things kind of just came together, and it was abundantly clear that this is where God wanted me.
Now, one of the things I would call it axiomatic is that the easiest job is the one that someone else is doing. Now, you've been doing this for 3 years, and in addition to learning about these things, you're learning about the duties of the priest, what a priest goes through. As a person who was deeply committed to the faith before, had that upbringing, were you surprised at how much a priest is expected to do as a seminarian?
Yes and no. I say I'll start with no, because I was fortunate to have, along with my education, had good priests in my life in the parish where I grew up. My pastor for a very long time was Father Tom Hultquist, and he was a good friend of my family, and so my family got to know him on a personal level, and so I understood that being a priest was more than just coming out of the sacristy to say Mass on the weekends, and so so that's the no part. I mean, the yes part was just, I guess I didn't realize right away how the priest is called to be on 24/7 and just always be a herald of the gospel. That for a young man who's considering priesthood, or older man, whoever it is, I think that's what kind of might require the most transformation in his soul, is this idea of, I'm not just going to be a Catholic when I go to Mass. I'm not just going to be committed to the gospel when I pray my rosary or whatever it is. But in every interaction I have, even if it's the worst interaction possible, someone has just cut me off in traffic, I'm still called to be a priest who is there to save this person, to be there for their salvation and for the glory of God. And so, yeah, that's the most challenging part, I guess, is I think about, so when I'm driving around and I'm wearing clerical attire, I have to think to myself, oh, I can't quite pass this person like I would if I was, headed to the golf course or something, But I mean, that's the transformation is, and it's a deep transformation. So it's not like we're just putting on this outfit and like now we're going to be holy. No, it's a 24/7 thing. But that's not only true for the priest. It's true for any Christian who is taking his or her vocation seriously to holiness, taking that vocation to holiness seriously. It's a 24/7 thing. It's the way you live your life. So,
well, Derek, thank you so much for your time.
Very welcome.
Best of luck at the seminary,
Thank
and
you.
look forward to the day where I can call you Father.
Thank you. Thank you.